Okay, I'm sorry there hadn't been a video before now, but right after the other video, I recorded 3 videos that I didn't edit. Right after that, around the 4th of July, I got COVID again, and I've been really sick this last week or so. Finally, with this new launch of the Ark, I decided to do a new video completely. One of the videos I recorded I can't use because it's obsolete with some of the new officers that were released on the game between then. So I'm debating whether to do these videos all over again or go ahead and edit those and release them. But okay, the new launch of the new Ark. For the most part, I think it's junk, except for Lorca in the new slot. And I was really happy about these new G6 Solo Armadas when I heard about them. I work nights, so I watched the preview videos that Scopely launched and some of the content creators launched. And I was really excited about these Solo Armadas because A, it's an Armada I don't have to depend on another player or my alliance or my server to have their crap together and do these. This is actually one for me. I was excited about it. The way launch art goes, Central Time, it usually doesn't get through till 6 o'clock. I get off work at 6 o'clock. So I drive home. I immediately go to this page that we're looking at right now because I was excited to see what we were going to get. And what I found here, and also we'll look at the other ones too, not a lot to be excited for. My big takeaway early on, was this going to be enough to counteract the hull damage you would have to take on the ships? And even if you got a lucky pull with the titanium, you only get 3,450. And I can tell you when I was using my cube yesterday, I used more than that. So it doesn't even pay for the titanium that you use. And unlike what one of the content creators say, there's not a whole lot of faction credits. I get more than that in a day easily. So there's nothing in this that really says, oh man, I need to engage with this mechanic all the time. But I will say that the sourcing on at least the uncommon are pretty good. You get like 3 a day, I think it is. But what's in here is just not enough. I did a full pull yesterday, and you can see I can do another full pull today. It takes 2 full pulls to do a rare 6-star or G6 Solo Armada. That's crappy. I think it should be like the Borg refinery or store or whatever you want to call it, that if you get a full pull, you ought to be able to do the next step up, because that means you went beyond, because there's 3 tiers here. You can see the discrepancy. If I do a full pull versus a single pull scaled to the right, you're paying a whole lot more to do this full pull, and you're getting crap here. There is a event going on, and I need the rare to score. So I'm going to do something dumb, and I'm going to make a full pull here because I'm telling you right now, to me, it's not worth doing the full pull otherwise. But I need it because it gives you 105. You're going to see right here when I do it, it's going to give you 105 of the rare directives. And it takes 200 to do them. There we go, 105. And you can see I got some para, I got some dilithium. And look, the rumbling credits. There is nothing that really says, oh man, I need to engage on this hard. You know, I'm really disappointed in this. And we'll go look at the rares too. Okay, you have to do a epic, you're going to have to at least make a 2 chest pull, because I would bet those are 500. I haven't went that far up in 6 G6 space to go and see, but if you go by all the other armadas, it's going to be, uh, but you, but you're going to see when I do this pull, when I run one in a minute, that I wonder if I'm even going to get a full pull or a single pull even. It's probably going to be like the Zindi where you have to do a Herculean effort to get the next level up. So we're going to see here in just a few minutes. I'm going to run one, but let's look through here. You got G5 materials? Come on, this is a G6, man. Why we got looking at G5 materials? We got armadas for that. We got some G6 mats, another G5 parts that we don't need for this. Now the speed ups are nice if you get some of the high ones. But 10,000. Still, I get close to that at a day earning. So a pull here is not going to be that great. Let's see, I haven't found where you spin these rare hazards yet to see what they're used for. I'll have to be honest with you. I haven't found that yet. But we will see here in a second. Do we get it? But let's look at the epic before we look at. I don't know if I'll ever do this. I don't think I'm going to engage with it enough to do an epic. But let's see what's in here. See, we got more G5 parts and mats. Why? Wow, some really good speed ups. The speed ups are the only thing that's I see right now that really, some titanium. Now, see, if you hit that, then you might be able to fix your ships with it. To fix, if you nailed one of these, you'd have to hit this every time, and I don't know, because you'd end up having to do one of these epics. You're probably going to have to use all 3 G6 ships to do it. And then I doubt that that's going to be enough. So, again, good concept for the guy who came up with these. These are great. This is a great concept, but you don't understand the cost in G6 space or a G6 player. These amounts are just way too low for somebody to really active engage it. And I'll probably, after this arc is over and the events are, I'll never do these again because there's really no reason to, because they just don't pay out enough. I might do the uncommons because I can do them all with G5 ships. I don't have to even use a G6 ship. But let's get to that. We got my pool, and you can see I've got my ship set up to run this this rare. Let's run it. Okay, we're going to add my cube. So which ones I'm using? I'm using my cube, my Enterprise, and my Rotaran. Why in the 63 system? Because anything above this is all hazard. And I'll get into that after this one's over. Let's go ahead and speed it up. There's no reason to watch the whole minute and a half. I'm pretty sure I'm going to easily defeat this. And you can see I did. So you said, well, why not move up? Well, I did that yesterday. When I got the full pull for the uncommon, I moved up to the 65 system and just used my cube. And I was able to easily defeat. I took a hull damage there. A lot of hull damage. I ended up spending like 1,500 in titanium times 5. So I ended up, spending more than, I don't know if I got the titanium back from the pool. You saw I didn't just then. So I don't know. Even so, you saw it was like 3,400 or something like that. Well, I spent 5,000, over 5,000, probably closer to 6. So I was in a hole. Sigma Para and Sigma Titanium is the most valuable thing in G6 space, or for a G6 player. The mats, I've never had an issue with not having enough mats to do an upgrade. The game designers have done enough to where we earn plenty of mats, and I do a little bit of mining too for my dailies, but I don't go all out. Let's see if we got enough for a pool. I'm sure I got a drop box. Okay. Now let's see. Let's go in there and see if we got enough for one pool. Looks like we might have. Yep, we did. We barely got enough for one pool. And we'll do it and we'll see what we get. Okay. And I got enough for a half of an epic. Yeah, not worth it. So I would say this thumbs down on this Solo G6 Armadas, at least until they increase the rewards. If they increase rewards, then I'll change my stance on this. But the payouts on these right now are just too low for the engagement and what it's going to cost you if you got serious. Because I was going to get serious with it, I would use my Navarre and my Akora and with my cube, and then go up in probably one of these hazard spaces. I got a list of where they are somewhere. It would cost me a lot of hull damage to do that, and because you're going against a hazard, you're going to start losing hull the second you go in there. Even if you speed it up and immediately warp out, you're going to be doing some massive repairs, and it's just not going to be worthwhile engaging in it. So for me, I'm going to engage with this mechanic during the arc, and then after the arc, bye-bye. I'll just be collecting a bunch of the deals, and if there's another event that uses the uncommon solos, I will definitely use it, or maybe do some solos to get some more rares, but I'm not going to engage with this mechanic. So until next time.